Deeply embedded in the national consciousness, Indian Railways has today assumed the role of India's lifeline, the fulcrum on which rests its economy. It is a grand symphony of man and machine being played round the clock, a compelling physical presence in the country. The trains of Indian Railways are set to cover a total distance of more than 3.5 times the Earth's distance from the moon, transporting 8 billion passengers per year. That is more than the world population. From the northernmost parts of Jammu and Kashmir to its southernmost tip, Kanyakumari. From the farthest point in the northeast to the westernmost run of Kutch. Thousands of trains zip across the country, zigzag along villages, towns and bustling metropolises, bringing in their wake urbanization, modernity, mobility and employment. A harbinger of change, Indian Railways also brings in with it new ideas, images, culture, breaking regional, ethnic and language barriers. The vast assets of Indian Railways need careful management and utilization. Network comprising 66,000 route kilometers, transporting men and material in 2.5 lakh wagons, 60,000 coaches, forming 21,000 trains, powered by 10,000 locomotives. The network is dotted by 8,000 stations, vital links serving as passenger and freight terminals, over 85 control centers, which form the hub of all operations of Indian Railways and are manned by 3 lakh operating staff. 3 million tons of freight is carried daily. Coal to powerhouses, iron ore to steel plants, finished steel to factories, fertilizer to farmers, food grain from FCI godowns as required, oil from refineries, finished goods in containers for exports to ports and from ports and warehouses for internal consumption, auto cars and specialized services across from factories to markets. In short, the Indian Railways transports all that is essential. The management of this mammoth organization requires great cohesion and responsibility sharing amongst the railway fraternity. Built on this strong foundation, Indian Railways is led by dedicated, dynamic officers of various railway services, of which the officers of Indian Railway Traffic Service are at its vanguard. Almost since the inception of railways in India, traffic service officers have been at the helm of affairs. Though it was in 1967, this service was created in its present avatar. The Traffic Superior Department, as it was then called, finds mention in archival records of 1887 onwards as traffic superiors being required for smooth running and coordination of railway operations. In fact, the name of this service seems to be derived from the core business of IR, transporting passengers and freight traffic. The IRTS has since then grown from strength to strength, become one of the pillars of Indian Railways. Officers from this service head Concor, the largest container company of India, Indian Railways Catering and Tourism Corporation, Centre for Railway Information System and Logistics Corporation of India. At Railway Board level, important directorates like Operations, Commercial, Catering, Information Technology, Safety, Infrastructure and Marketing are headed by traffic officers. For all this, the importance of cohesion and cooperation of the entire railway machinery cannot be denied. The designation Superintendent was changed to Manager in early 90s to incorporate the dimension of management present in the job of an IRTS officer. The IRTS officer's job profile includes planning of passenger and freight operations, perspective planning for the future, bringing in revenues for the transporter through a slew of activities involving commercial and operations, ensuring safety of operations and public relations. The wide experience of an IRTS officer inculcates in him leadership qualities to command and control vast manpower and physical infrastructure. It develops his analytical skills for better planning and also his ability to understand and deliver on the demands of our customers. Through their able leadership and vision, traffic officers have revolutionized operations so that even though the running track kilometers since 1950-51 have increased only about 1.5 times. The freight and passenger traffic have grown almost 15 times. Passenger earnings have increased from rupees 295 crore in 1970-71 to rupees 45,376 crores in 2015-16. And goods earnings have increased from rupees 618 crore in 1970-71 to rupees 1,11,853 crores in 2015-16. With the introduction of PRS, UTS, e-ticket, FOIS, ICMS, ATVMs, barcoding and mobile ticketing, traffic officers have steered Indian Railways into the digital era. Long before Digital India became a byword for the rest of the country, the service offers abundant opportunities to work at the division, zonal headquarters and railway board level. IRTS has also dedicated posts in fertilizer, food and defense ministries for a smooth inter-ministerial interface with respect to movement of commodities. Today, IRTS officers are posted across various other central and state service.
Oh, absolutely. I think I would consider this as one of the most comprehensive budget and a vision document, including a plan of action, in fact, for development and growth. Every aspect has been covered, all sections of society have been covered. No fare hikes as has been indicated, but at the same time, there are brand and group of trains which are likely to be introduced and has been announced in the budget, which are covering practically every segment of the society, from Antyodaya Express to Tejas to Uday to Deen Dayalu coaches. We have just now heard the Honorable Prime Minister talking about it.
Right.
So it gives us a very, very clear direction for moving ahead towards a high growth path.
So you'd like to add something?
Whatever challenges the railways may be facing today, its invaluable and indispensable contribution to the economy cannot be denied. India cannot function without its railways. The very nature of rail transportation, its fuel efficiency, ability to carry huge loads across large distances, its environment friendliness among others, makes it the preferred mode of transport for goods and passengers over long distance across the world. Hence, it is imperative for IRTS officers to lead it from being just a transporter to a total logistics solution provider for India.